What can we learn from Keke Palmer? Man, y'all better grab y'all sticks, grab y'all drinks, and let's get into this thing right now. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming at you live and direct, and you know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff. You can find me on Instagram at the Real Cigar Jeff. You can find me on Facebook at Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. And of course, you're on YouTube. Do me a favor. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, man. And guys, y'all know today we got a hot topic. And before we get into this thing, y'all know I gotta introduce my esteemed panel. Yeah, I gave them a promotion, y'all. Esteemed panel. Y'all know, man, I gotta keep inviting them back. For some reason, everywhere I go, the people who don't watch the podcast keep asking me about this cat. So I don't want y'all to ask me where he was and not even listen to the message of the podcast if I didn't have him on. So I had to bring him back. Resident antagonist, self-described people's champ. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, tell y'all where y'all can find him on the socials.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy TL Clayton. Thank you once again for having me again tonight for some reason. Tonight, you can always find me on Instagram at TL Clayton #1. I'm at Patreon, the joke I didn't tell. And tonight I'm doing Jack Daniels, sipping on that a little bit. This is the Tennessee honey with a Coke. Just taking it easy with that. And this is a Gurkha stick. It's aged 18 years. So, that's
yes, Lord. Y'all see, I got my boy in the building. Let's give him his routine appreciation. Yeah, there you go. That's enough. Routine appreciation. Shout out to Bearded Cigar Reviews. Bearded Cigar Reviews said, hey, man, hey, we're going to talk about that Gurkha cigar here in a little bit. I got to tell you that story off air TLC about the Gurkha cigar. Real Cigar K heard him when he said it was funny as I'll get out. Shout out to Bearded Cigar Reviews, man. Always looking out for us when we go in the Corona Cigar Company. Man, y'all know who I got next. Boy, she been dealing with some stuff last night and today, but she still come through for the podcast. Y'all see the shirt. If y'all truly old school, y'all ain't even gotta know. Y'all ain't gotta say nothing. You already know the shirt letting y'all know she coming with that fire tonight. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. My A1 from day one. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them where they can find you on the socials.
What's up, JB? Thanks for having me back on. What's going on, TLC? It's your girl, Rhonda. You can find me on IG at RMBLMBT. Tonight, I'm trying this drink for the first time. I don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to go down. But my base, I guess. No, this probably wouldn't be the base. But I got my Tito's vodka tonight.
Uh-oh.
But I mixed it with some Tahitian treat.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
To turn to this cute little drink right here. So.
Tahitian treat and Tito's. Tahitian treat and Tito's.
That's what I said. I don't know.
Man, Tahitian treat and Tito's got me homesick. Just the Tahitian treat got me homesick, TLC. Boy, oh my God. Rhonda about to be on.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
The diabetes will be kicking in tonight with all that sugar in that Tahitian treat. Man, y'all know, bro. Ryan, appreciate you being on, as always. As always, we appreciate that. Y'all know, man, A1 from day one, man, TLC, it's a burden for him to be on. But, Rhonda, it's an honor and a privilege. Honor and a privilege. Yes, Lord, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And, of course, man, y'all know, man, I'm just smoking on my little Alec Bradley Select Corojo bundle that I'm still going through, And of course, because I know TLC stepping his game up, I had to go back to a classic. I got my Buffalo Trace over here. I got to go back to the classic.
I can't get it here in North Carolina.
I know you can't. That's why I'm letting you know. There's certain honors and privileges when you're down here with your boy. I walked in and they said, Mr. Barnes, we got it for you. It's back here behind the counter because people stealing it. People stealing it like they used to steal Ciroc. But, once Ciroc got rid of Diddy, don't nobody want Ciroc no more. So, yeah, now they ain't got Ciroc locked up. So, but TSA had to bring that Buffalo Trace out just because I knew you couldn't get it. And I got to let my audience know there's levels. There's levels to this thing, you know. So, you know, TLC, if you need me to ship you a couple bottles across state lines, you know, we can do that.
I'd rather die of thirst, but go ahead.
Y'all hear the hate? Y'all hear the hate? Y'all hear the hate? Boy, I tell you, these cats today. But today's topic is what can we learn from Keke Palmer, man? TLC. When you sent me the topic, all credit due to TLC for coming up with this. Can't lie, Real Cigar K said something to me about it a few weeks ago too. But you know, I'm bringing this one to the hometown hookup edition. TLC, let us know what you're thinking on that.
Well, I guess first we just need to give listeners a summary if they're not aware of the situation. Okay. So Keke Palmer, who was an entertainer, singer, actress, whatever, she went to an Usher concert. Usher has a residency in Vegas now where he's performing. And from time to time, he goes out in the audience and serenades a few women here and there. Well, Keke Palmer, I guess some of her girls went to the show. He serenaded them. They put it online. And her husband, boyfriend, was attacking her for her dress. Like, oh, you're a newborn. You're just a new mom. You shouldn't be dressed like that, all, you know, exposed and everything. And so that's where it all started. Or should I say, that's where it all went wrong. That's where it all went wrong. But there's two ways to look at this. So he put up there that, you know, I didn't like the way you were dressed, blah, blah, blah. And my first take on this was, you know, that's your wife. Why are you going to social media to talk about how your wife is dressed? If you got a problem with how your wife is dressed, all you need to do was talk to your wife directly. He didn't have to post anything, or if he wouldn't have posted anything, the whole topic and everything would have been gone the next day. People would have moved on to the next issue. But he over here blowing the whole situation up. So I was kind of his fault, really. That was my first take on it.
Okay, and guess what, guys? By the way, we did a podcast of social media, the main piece or the side piece. What TLC just said, y'all need to go scroll through the playlist, man, and look through that, because that's one of the reasons this is even out there. TLC just preached, right? If he wouldn't have put it on social media, we wouldn't have cared. At the end of the day, man, it's a killer in the B, right? But when he put it on social media, attacking her, now it was Keke Palmer. Now it's going viral. For what reason? So TLC, I appreciate the recap, man. Rhonda, what did you think when you got the topic?
It wasn't she was a new mom. It wasn't that. It was her dress. It was because it was Usher.
Rhonda said, see, what happens is, guys, Rhonda said that Tahitian treat ain't kicked in yet. So Rhonda gonna kick in probably at minute 25 when it kick in. But I appreciate both of what y'all said. Because I think the first thing we can learn from Keke Palmer is, my first thing I'm gonna say, TLC and Rhonda, I want your thoughts about it too. Guys, don't meet somebody in your valley and strike up a relationship with them. Keke Palmer met him not when she was at the peak of a movie or anything like that. Keke Palmer met him when she wasn't in that position. And then they ended up having a baby. They ended up having all that. You better know which level you at before you formalize that relationship. Because what happens is he's not worried about here's what happened. TLC said, why did he go put it on social media? I put it on social media because we ain't talking at home. If I would have said something to her about the way she was dressed, TLC, she would have went back in that room and put on something even more scandalous.
No clothes.
She would have been up there with just her shoes and t-shirt on, TLC. So one of the things you're going to find is this guy was not made for the Keke Palmer that's popular. He was made for the Keke Palmer who thought she was done with that, who thought she wanted a regular life. And for all of y'all talking about you want a regular life don't get you grinding up against Usher. See, when you get that regular life, you don't get the best seat in the house. When you get that regular house, ain't nobody move out of your way in Publix, right? I mean, when that regular life. So everybody who think I won't want all that. No, it's a lot better. It's a lot better than what you expect. TLC, jump in there real fast.
You know, it was funny that you mentioned that, because I was looking at it like, okay, she's an entertainer, and there's just certain things that come with the job description when you are an entertainer, she's there to, you know, promote herself, even though she's not on film or on television. She's still out in public, so she has to dress a certain way because she wants people to take pictures of her. She wants her social media to blow up. She wants for producers and directors to, for her to have a buzz so they'll be interested in her. So it's part of her job, really, to dress a certain way. And he should know this going in.
No, TLC, he should not know it because when he met her, she was saying, I'm done with it. I guarantee you that's what happened. TLC, but you missed that drug, bro. Fame is one of the biggest drugs. You missed that access. And guess what? They waiting on her with open arms. She on every TV show. It's just making it worse now. They gonna make that dude go jump off a bridge, man. Because guess what?
That buzz is there. That buzz is there.
But remember, guys, we could have done this when the story first broke, but I was like, I think this thing gonna die off. Well, damn if it ain't happening again. If it ain't happening again, and I'm gonna share a screen with y'all here in a little bit too. This dude doesn't realize that in a relationship, Ronnie, then I want to jump to you. We're asking, what can we learn from Keke Palmer? Fellas, a woman is not gonna stop her growth for you. A woman will not stop her growth for you. If you meet a woman who's telling you she's tired of a certain situation, it's temporary. Know that it's gonna go back because she's learning from it. Then she gonna come back and attack it. I'm gonna link to a website here pretty soon with Keke Palmer that I just saw today that changed the article that I was gonna link to. I just saw it today, and I'm like, oh my God, her man is in trouble. If you meet somebody in the valley, guys, that's where you gotta stay. Don't claim you want to go back to the mountaintop because that person was not there for you or could understand you at the mountaintop. Jump in there, Ron. Let me know what you're thinking when you hear me say that.
Well, I was going back to just that whole situation of her being at the concert. One of the things she said after she had her son was how her whole body changed. Like it just turned her into like a woman. Because she had always been so skinny, or you know what I'm saying, just
nice and thick.
Was voluptuous, right?
Yeah, she thick. She thick now. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so she wanted to celebrate that. I thought she looked great. So I'm sitting up here like, you better be glad she's celebrating herself after having a baby, because a lot of women probably would be stuck in postpartum and not feeling like themselves. So I just want to throw that out there. Like, it was okay when he was showing her shaking her booty. But when Usher knew how to put that fire, like that fire that's on the inside, without even touching
her. Look, when you see her up there singing the dude's name while he's standing right there, that might do something to you there.
Yeah, Usher. So, yeah. I love how she handled that situation. I love how she handled it.
Hold on. Hold on. All right. Jay, we got a little echo. Jaden came in. We got a little echo now. Ooh. All right, keep going, Ron. We'll get Jay. We'll get Jay in there.
So yes, I love how she's handled that situation. I don't know what you about to share with us because I haven't seen anything on her other than what happened at the Usher concert, and then the next day she had posted a video of her. Like, if you can't get with it, then you can just go. So I'm gonna keep moving. So I'm here. I'm Team Keke. I love how she handled that whole situation because if you don't like it, somebody will love it.
Ron, I'm glad you bring that up, guys. That's another thing we can learn. Glad Ron brought it up. Team, whatever your name is what you should be. That's another thing you can learn from Keke Palmer's situation, guys. Let me tell you this: relationships are hard work. Relationships, marriage, dating, all that stuff is hard work. And what you're gonna find is you got to find somebody that when you become the best version of yourself, is complementary to the best versions of themselves. That's another thing we can learn, because this Keke Palmer situation, this thing has got women fired up. Every woman back there looking sexy again, trying to go out looking sexy, all that kind of stuff. But and Jay, I'm gonna come to you in a little bit. Welcome in, brother. But I'm coming in a little bit. So that's what we can learn from this thing, guys, is that you got to be team, insert your first name. Mm-hmm. And if you get with people, just know if they're at a different level than you, guys, it ain't gonna work when you decide to change levels. If you working on yourself and you think you going through an epiphany where, man, I'm done with that life. No, you're not. You just mad at that life. And you got to figure out that life is what gave you everything you have. That life is what gave you everything you have. So you're not leaving that life. You just got to perfect that life. You got to perfect that life. So, Jay, welcome into the panel, man. To all the audience members, man. Big J still committed to the podcast. I know y'all thought he'd kicked us to the curb, but we ain't that bad yet. We ain't that bad yet. You know, we still got a good relationship. Jay, we talking about this Keke Palmer situation and what can we learn from it. I know you just coming on. Do you want to say something real fast, or you kind of want to see the flow we going? You tell me what you want to do with Keke.
I mean, you already know how I feel about that lady, but regardless of the case, that whole relationship. But I'm gonna wait to see exactly how y'all kick off since I ain't heard nothing, because I don't want to interrupt the flow. I just want to go ahead and see exactly what y'all been talking about, hear what y'all talking about, because I kind of came on earlier and forgot to plug my microphone in, and this traffic out here. That's why you was hearing the echo. And then this traffic over here is crazy. I got driving Miss Daisy walking around here just holding up traffic coming into my subdivision. Boy, I tell you what, I'm changing my life.
Hey, everybody, they trying to stop Vic J from being on the podcast. But Jay, what we were talking about, and again, we'll keep flowing, but what can we learn? So we learn to make sure that when you meet somebody, make sure you're on the right level with them. Don't get with somebody when you at a low level in life, and then when your life start to get better, that person ain't made for it. We talked about the fact of, if he wouldn't have put it on social media, we wouldn't have known about it. So make sure that you actually talk. TLC brought that up. You actually talk it in your own house, so that you don't have to go and put anything on social media looking for somebody to weigh in to see your side. And I think that's what Rhonda said. One of the things Rhonda said is because it was Usher, right? Like, look, if it wasn't the Usher, this is the hottest ticket, not just in Vegas. This is the hottest ticket in the country right now. Everybody, people paying $800,000-$900,000 to go to a Vegas show, and that's just unheard of. When me and TLC and his brother Chris went to Vegas that year for his birthday, these jokers got me, all three of us, up in the Key and Peele, not the Key and Peele, what was it?
Penn and Teller.
The Penn and Teller. We went to a damn magic show up in there, knocked out sleep, because TLC was like, man, I got to go see a Vegas show. But one of the things, if you get a call from your girl saying she's going to see Usher, guys, just hope she don't have that seat. And hope she ain't save up her money so that she could sit in that seat. Because when Kim Kardashian was in that seat, Kim Kardashian said, no, Usher, don't do that. Mm-hmm. Right? No, Usher, don't do that. Now, we ain't going to get into the Kim Kardashian thing, but you better know in your relationship, guys, if you cared about that relationship, and what I mean by that, if you are politically in tune with your relationship, you better know that if Usher pass you that mic and come over there and grind on you and grab you, and you start singing back to him, and not only if it's confessions, if it's one of them songs that everybody know, that man, this say what, Ron?
Daddy's home,
all this stuff, right? And here's the sad part. You know what happened to the guy? I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna let y'all jump back in there. Ain't nothing worse than she was singing a song with Usher that she don't sing with you, because you didn't even know she knew that song like that with all the words. But Usher, you know she ain't singing about you, TLC. What you think, TLC? You look on TV and your girl up there look at Usher dead in the eye. You know damn well she ain't saying it's 7 o'clock on the dot, gonna hit my drum. You know she ain't coming to see you. Go ahead, TLC.
Here's what I'm saying. Still, she's a celebrity, so she's out there to get publicity, and she's getting that. So when she's over there, getting serenaded by Usher, it's kind of like she's at work. Now, you as her husband, you're stepping in to a woman while she's at her job, basically. You the crazy guy. You the crazy guy that's showing up at her job, like, where's she at? What's she doing?
Like, when you show up at your girl's job again, do that again?
You gotta look crazy. You gotta look, where's she at?
You did that too good.
Hey, you gotta show up crazy. But in his mind, he thinks he's a sensible one.
Hold on, TLC just preached. TLC, you just preached. A woman's career is always more important than the husband. A woman's career is always more important than the husband. Look at what TLC just said.
Two type of men.
But she technically working. Jay, she technically working.
No, she.
Why is he getting mad, bro? Why is he getting?
She ain't working.
Go ahead, Jay. Jump in there, Jay. Then Ronda, we coming to you.
No, she ain't working. She knew exactly what she was doing. I mean, at the end of the day, like, she took a hiatus, with the fame things, because she was kind of getting a little bothered from her coming in so young and wanted to be with a regular degular. She found her a regular degular. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, she wants to go with the girls to the girls trip over to Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Over to the Usher concert. Ain't nothing wrong with going with the girls to the Usher concert, but why you show your man your dress? Why you show your man your outfit? You know what I mean? All of a sudden, a man got to see you almost half naked on the
Or maybe
on the
he
screen.
saw Jay. Or maybe he saw Jay. Maybe he saw
probably
you.
did.
Maybe they were fighting. Maybe they were fighting anyway.
Yeah, that could be possible, but we assuming. So
Yeah,
it's just one of those things. Is that if he seen it, then he shouldn't have said nothing. But my thing is again, it's two type of men. So my thing is like, you know what I mean? She made it clear that you don't run your house. So
I gotta jump in. I gotta come back around. I promise you, I'm gonna let you jump in there.
Yeah.
You just hit it right. She at that stage she wanted a regular degular. She ain't at that stage no more. I just tell a woman gonna always choose her career. Let me tell y'all this: it's more work husbands at the job than work wives at the job. I'm just telling you, because the only reason the only reason there's a work husband, the women are at their job trying to get promoted. Dudes at their job playing solitaire all day. Right? So at the end of the day, when you see, I'm telling y'all, they're gonna choose the career. This is what you're learning now. Now Jay's saying something different. I'm just pushing back a little bit because I think TLC made a point. It's her job to be Keke Palmer. Now, he met the Keke Palmer that wasn't Aquila to be. That wasn't that wasn't the TLC episode. She played Chili. I think she played Chili in that TLC biopic or something too. So for Usher to be over like that, look, this is her job, and because she was Keke Palmer, the celebrity, that's the only reason she got that seat, right? That's the only reason she got that seat. So Jay, I'm just what I'm saying to you is I get exactly what you're saying, but TLC making a point. I'm just saying that the woman chose her career, and what she's letting y'all know is that this man is at home wanting her to stay at home, but he ain't got nothing for her. If you're why you ain't put on a concert for her? Girl, come on, sing with me. Come on, sing with me. When you say run,
that tired ass. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
But
her dress
Jay,
should not
go
matter.
ahead.
She should wear whatever she want to wear, and she should enjoy her show with her girls.
Because the only reason she going to the show is because she mad at him, guys. Usher been going on for run. We were out in Vegas and Usher was going on, and that was last year. Usher been going on for a minute.
The baby just came, man. The baby just came.
Look, let me tell you something, Jay. I think you're making a good point. Because, like Jay said, we all assuming we talking about what we can learn. Jay making a good point.
I don't know because at the end of the day, like I said, Usher know what he doing too. Matter of fact, everybody know that. Everybody know that Usher's gonna find whoever he want to find, whether it's whether it's a celebrity or a regular degular. He gonna pull somebody up on stage, go into grind action when he know he shouldn't. You know what I mean? Because we already know what he working with. But regardless of the case, I ain't trying to bring that up. But my thing is that again, Keke, you got married for a reason. So my thing is that, okay, it's cool that you can wear what you want to wear. I agree with Rhonda because I don't mind my female wearing whatever she want to wear. But my thing is that I'll be damned if my women go on there grinding on somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Girls trip, she could wear
whatever. If she
on
a girls trip, Jada, she don't come back the same.
It's 7 o'clock.
It's on the dot. Go hit the drop. I'm gonna be like, I tell your girl is up there. That shit, too tight a man, Jay.
Hey, and half of these niggas, half of these men out here don't come back the same after the guys trip.
That's true. That's true. My point to you is, this is why you don't see people who dating having guys trips and girls trips. It's only married people who got to go on the damn girls trip and guys trip. Why is the problem that we getting into, guys? And Jay, I appreciate you bringing it up. But where Keke Palmer's mistake was, she got married at a time that she made an impulse decision about her career. And now she doesn't want that same setup anymore, but she's stuck with a baby and a husband. That lifestyle is not conducive. And when this guy gets his chance to talk, here's the best thing that's happening with Keke Palmer. Don't nobody want to hear the guy's side. When he went out there and attacked her, they just straight marginalized him.
Absolutely, for sure.
They straight marginalized him. It don't matter what he got to say, because don't nobody want to hear what the woman made, what promise the woman made with it. Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm saying all that to say this to you guys. Go ahead, TLC.
She's a celebrity and he's not. So obviously she's going to get more views. More people are going to like her just because her celebrity status. So it wasn't even no reason for him to be posting stuff. Yeah. A whole bunch of people aren't going to be agreeing with him. No way. It don't matter what he say just because she's a celebrity. She's going to have so many likes and followers. There was a book I read not too long ago, The Art of War. It was by an Asian general. And one of the chapters in there is like, know your terrain. You got to know before you even type some online and you're dating a celebrity, how that's going to turn out for you. you ain't gonna win that. Like
He
you
was in
just
his
not.
film. He was in
But
his
you got to want to become a celebrity too if you get with her. Like that's the number one thing. That if you get with somebody who has notoriety, don't try to beat her down. I don't like all that. Yeah, okay. Well, at the end of the day, she met you in a valley, but you got to be ready to walk to the mountaintop. And that's what a lot of people don't get because
Yeah.
Keke Palmer is still out there right now, but we don't even hear from him.
Yeah.
We don't even hear from him. So I think it kind of goes back to that what everybody's saying is absolutely true about what we can learn from it. But this, I'm gonna tell y'all this: the one thing you learning is relationships are hard. Relationships are hard, and you better make sure that compatibility is there. What he should have been doing, what that man should have been doing, that man should have been in Vegas with her. Whatever hotel she was at, hey, get me a suite too. That way, when you come home, baby waiting on you, whatever. Because at the end of the day, no, right? Let me tell you this, right? You dealing with a celebrity. You dealing with a celebrity, man. Look, most of these celebrities, if the relationship is good, that kid coming with them everywhere. For her to leave him and the baby, she was completely tired of that situation. Go ahead, TLC.
I disagree. I disagree. I think if she would have went to that Usher concert, Usher's did this with multiple women. Like he does it every night.
It's no secret.
So if he just wouldn't if he wouldn't have posted anything online, it would have been a different girl the next night. The only reason why this is dragging on it was because he posted that.
He posted it, yeah.
Usher probably ain't even thinking about Keke Palmer.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Usher thinking about Keke Palmer, and Usher gonna get Keke Palmer. And the reason he gonna get Keke Palmer is not because he Usher. He getting her because the man running her right to him. You see what I'm saying? If you look, man, when you come home, Jay, and I know Jay always say two type of men, but what you looking for in a house is peace. That's all you're looking for in a house is peace. Ain't nobody looking for a whole lot of drama when they come home. I saw a meme the other day, how husband came home, and he forgot to wake up when he just took his 10 minutes before he walked in that house because he knew that house was, he didn't want to go in to hear the kids, hear the wife yell. He took his 10 minutes that he normally take when he parks his car. Joker fell asleep. He fell asleep, didn't go in the house. Wife come out at 5 o'clock in the morning, like, man, you gonna stay in the car all night? He was like, sorry. Like the man fell asleep because he doesn't get peace in his house. He gets peace in his car. Man, wow. Look, all you do, go sit in traffic. People would rather sit in morning traffic than to be at home. And
that's sad.
And that's sad because if you see traffic getting worse, but people go sit in it right there.
Hey, don't say that because Jay was late today because of traffic. We don't know.
Yeah, but Jay coming to a podcast is a big difference.
These are my confessions.
But I think one of the things we got to look at, guys, is that one of the things we got to look at, and Rhonda, I want you to jump in here first from a female perspective. From a female perspective, Rhonda, if that happened to you, if you on stage grinding with Usher, having the time of your life, and your man attacked you online, right? What's going through your head at that point?
I don't need him around. He's not. I hope she got him in the basement somewhere. Just put him somewhere where he don't have access to no computers, no social.
The movie Misery in reverse.
Your spouse should celebrate you. Your significant other should celebrate you. If that's the case, or you tell them some really good news and they're like, "Oh, that's it." I mean, well, then what we here for? Like, you should be able to celebrate one another. But I also know men could check out of situations and relationships, right? The kids are always with the woman, or the woman always has to be the one that plans all the things, all the responsibilities. Men could check out. Oh, I got this to do, so I'm gonna go do that. I got this to do, so I'm gonna go do that. So no, I just feel like as a woman, you should be able to have that time to yourself. I don't care what you do. Like they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas until your low self-esteem husband can't take it. He gonna put on social.
Hold on, the low self-esteem husband. All right, Rhonda preacher. That's the first grenade. That's the first grenade. Go ahead, TSC. Then Jeremy, let you come in there.
I was gonna say Vegas needs to make another commercial because don't nothing that happen in Vegas stay in Vegas. Like,
yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. TLC. Don't nobody know that we went to the damn magic show like some lanes.
You just said it earlier. Plus, I love Penn and Teller. Thank you. It was an excellent show.
Yeah, it was not. We went at sleep, bro. We woke up when everybody started clapping. Come on, dog. Come on.
That's because we did the marathon and not going to sleep the whole time we were there. Like, got to crash sometime. It's Vegas.
TLC. So let's just say now, Rhonda gave us the perspective from the woman's standpoint. And Jay, I'm coming to you too. That was your girl at the Usher concert. what would you do? What's your reaction that's different than what the guy did? Assuming you had a baby with him, baby with her and everything, what would you do?
As far as social media goes, I wouldn't have had any reaction. I wouldn't have put anything on social media at all. I just left it alone. But I think what happened was that his boys saw that thing on social media, and then they would call him like, "Man, I saw your girl," and then he felt impelled to put something else up there. Nah, just like I said, it would have all died down. It would have all went away. You didn't have to do anything.
So you wouldn't have put nothing on social media. You would have just been like, okay, no problem. All right. So Jay, all right, your girl, you at home with the baby. She up there grinding on Usher, singing every word for word. He ain't doing the job no more because she doing all the singing. You see it. You see it. How you handling that, Jay?
I mean, how I'm handling it, I'm not posting it on social media at all. Matter of fact, you already see y'all see my social media now. I hardly post anything about my family situations. I'm talking to my significant other personally when I see them at home about what was that all about, and let's see exactly what's going on.
Now, you meeting her at the door? You meeting her at the door when she get in, or you gonna give her a little bit of time to unpack and all that stuff? You gonna tell her like Orange Juice Joe? Ain't need to pack them bags.
She's smelling like
now she's smelling like Usher. Her bags is out the door. So again, and before I answer that, who's on the comments over here before I, you know what I mean? Is that your wife?
Yeah, Real Cigar K came in. She said,
is that your wife?
Real Cigar K is, so the dress she wears says the man don't run the house. That's insecurity. I'm calling BS. That's what she said when Jay said something earlier.
No, it had nothing to do with a two type of men type of ordeal, because my significant other can wear what she want to wear. It's just how someone needs to know how to act. That's the whole point. Because if I'm out there twerking and lurking on a female, and then, you know what I'm saying, then of course, if I'm out there doing that, then why am I going to trip if my female doing that? Now, if I'm out there doing what I'm supposed to be doing, being married, you know what I mean, then that's not how it's supposed to be.
I got a question.
Hold on. Ron got a hand up TLC. Hold on. Let Ron come back in.
I got a quick question. I know y'all don't like me.
All right, now, y'all hurry up now. We going to run out of time. Go ahead.
So let's take Usher out of it. Who are y'all favorite female celebrities, artists, that if you went to their concert, that you'll drop your draws for? Back to y'all.
Negative. Now, if I was single,
you just said negative.
Yeah, if I was single or if I was dating, it's all play. But if I chose to put a ring on my significant other's finger, then I gotta think exactly how I would want to feel. But at the end of the day, I choose to go ahead and do that. So I'm not gonna go ahead and put myself out there like that, because, like you said, sometimes what happened in the dark comes to light, and so. Prime example with Cardi B and Offset. Offset just told on the radio just now saying that, hey man, I don't know what I'll do if my wife chooses to cheat on me like I did, because that's my wife. That ain't my baby mama. That ain't my girlfriend. I know he was like, I know I messed up, but I wouldn't know how to act or how I feel if she was to do that back to me. So my thing is that you got to understand that if you don't want something to come back or karma come back to you in return, then you got to think before you choose to go ahead and do things outside on the streets. And again, I'm not saying that Keke did something wrong, per se, because we don't know how their relationship is. But my thing is that
we've been seeing them together since, so we know how the relationship was before, Jay. That's the see. It's so funny.
It might have been some hiccups.
It's one big go. Ain't no you ain't seen this cat. You ain't even really. They showed a picture of her with her baby at the Chicago, and she was at a baseball game. She threw it the first pitch, and he wasn't there. He was not there. Well, look, guys, that's the whole perspective, man. Anybody want to join the audience, man? Y'all can chat us and that kind of thing. Real Cigar K just said the issue is he put his feelings online for the world to see, and what a lot of people don't understand.
Like a duck.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: this is why if you're a man, you can't operate in feelings. If you're a man, you can't operate in feelings. If you ain't a businessman all the time, this kind of stuff gonna keep happening. And see, I'm gonna tell you like this though, Ronnie, is that the number one thing, you get to a certain age where you realize that you're not going to a concert to escape something. Keke Palmer went to this concert because she was tired of her situation. And for all the fellas out there listening, your girl go on a girl's trip, that means she tired of you. If she ain't tired of you, she say, I'll get with y'all next year. You acting right. But if she tired of you, she going on that girl's trip. And you got to understand, while she on the girl's trip, the worst thing you can do is now start calling your boys, worrying the hell out of them. Go do something for you. Look, go do something for you. Because when she's out of town enjoying herself, go enjoy yourself too. It ain't meant for you to sit home and sulk.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't meant for you to sit home and sulk. And I just think that, Jay, you're making a good point. Rhonda, you making a good point about what celebrity would we go see that we would drop our draws for. Here's the funny thing. The interesting thing is one of these situations where I don't know most people going to a concert that's sitting there hoping that the person gonna call them up on stage. Now, these are two celebrities. As Jay just brought in the word, the regular degular, you ain't thinking you gonna get called on stage. So you ain't even really thinking like, now you might be a fan, you might think they hot or whatever, but you ain't thinking like, dude, this chick about to get with me after this is over, right? Let me make sure I got all my supplements in and all this kind of stuff. You ain't thinking like that. But she knew where she was gonna be sitting.
Oh yeah.
She was backstage with Usher playing spades, and when that man said, "Look, when she said, don't even tell him about the spades game, Usher." What? Y'all backstage playing? You knew it was gonna happen. This wasn't no surprise, TLC. This wasn't no surprise. So I think
it was a good game.
And let me tell you this though, Ron. Let me tell you, we know what spades mean, right? We know what spades mean. He might have ran a Boston, but I hope he didn't run nothing else back there, right? But my point to y'all, man, is that as we look at this thing, this is a good learning experience because relationships, and especially formal relationships. Jay said I didn't put a ring on her finger, but here's the problem with that statement, Jay. If he paid for the ring. A lot of times these celebrities get with this regular, they go buy their own stuff, make it look like he did it.
Yeah, I know.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna give you the money. But this is the ring I want. Go buy it, and then I'm gonna let you floss it like you did so that people don't call you a loser. TLC, jump in there, let me know what you're thinking.
I was thinking that this all comes down to boundaries, basically. Because we're jumping around asking these questions. You know, what would you do? What would you do? But it really comes down to your personal boundary. Well, your boundaries are just.
I don't have no option. I don't have no option, so my answer's nothing.
Well,
I ain't never walked in one room and somebody said, "Oh my God, that ain't ever happened in my life."
Ain't that the truth? But we're talking about boundaries, so it's kind of like, did they have this set? Like, what would you consider cheating? Because what I might consider cheating might not be what somebody else is considered cheating. That's true. If you don't have that same understanding, then just because someone does you wrong doesn't mean it was intentional. They just did what they thought was okay, but you didn't have that conversation.
And Ron, I'm gonna let you come in there. But let's just understand what's happening, guys. Let's not confuse outward acts with the issue. The outward act is a result of the inward problem. You see what I'm saying? So by the time it got to this point where you saw the cheating and you saw that problem now cannot be contained by your house. And now you're seeing an outward act, right? Nobody just walked into a situation where they may have violated the covenant between them and that person they with. It didn't just happen. It did not just happen. If you got here's the funny thing, guys. Here's the funny thing. If I just eat breakfast, take me to Cracker Barrel. Let me get that country roll breakfast, country ham, 2-size hash brown casserole, some grits, eggs with cheese, sweet tea. Let me get that. Let's say I eat that at 8 o'clock. Now, 8:30, offer me some food. Offer me some food. I don't want it. Why? I don't have a problem with hunger. CTLC, what you got to understand, don't confuse the outward act. We discussing the outward act because we don't know what was going on internally, right? The outward act happened because this house is out of control internally. They hate each other. They having hallway sex, right? What's hallway sex? I walk by you, F you. You walk by me, F you in the hallway, right? Ain't like that's what hallway sex is, right? And I think one of the things we got to look at is let's recognize we talking about what can we learn from the outward things that's happening. But the issue is there's an inward problem in that house. And I think what happened is she's tired of being regular degular. It was a phase, but now she's stuck in a permanent situation that's going to cost her half of her stuff to get out. Ron, I saw you had your hand up. Go ahead, though.
No, like we don't know how much he's been out of bounds with her in the house, right? Like you were saying, what's going on internally. A woman will stick with you real, real hard until she doesn't. And you don't ever want a female or
but so will a man, though, Ron. But so will a man. So will a man.
If it's convenient for him, yeah. I think if it's convenient, if it works, your house big enough to stay separate for a little bit, I think it could work. But women normally will let you know over and over again what it is that they need. Like they'll say, well, can you do this? Or can we do that? Can you do this? And then if you're not listening, Yeah, she probably needed what Usher was given that night to
Now,
feel.
now, now, I ain't gonna ask you what specifics he was given because this a family, this a family show. But it's so funny that
That's
you
the
say that.
intention, right? To be seen. I'm just going for something very basic that humans need is to be seen, to be
Mm-hmm.
recognized, to be appreciated. So just from
And
that
guess what, guys? Let's be honest. We
this
can all
picture.
agree. We can all agree she looked amazing that night. I'm not attracted to Keke Palmer like that, right? I'm not attracted to her like that, but she looked amazing that night. And the reason she looked amazing that night was because now we knew they were backstage together, so the chemistry was already there. This was a planned moment. This was not a coincidence. Ain't no such thing as coincidence, right? So TLC, that's the reason I'm coming. That's why I'm telling you, it ain't even about it depends and all this kind of stuff. But what happens is, guys, if you are in a position, here's what this guy did. And I hate to say it because this is another podcast for another day. This dude knew she was trying to leave him way before, got her pregnant, and he's using the baby to try to control her behavior. A baby is not meant to control somebody else. A baby is not a child support check. A baby is not all this stuff. See, some people call a baby a blessing, but then a baby turns into a curse. And what happened? This dude said, "I'm gonna get her pregnant." This dude said, "I'm gonna get her pregnant," and this dude thought that the pregnancy meant he had her locked down forever. And here's what happened: your girl is now on a tour. Your girl is now on a tour, getting more movie opportunities, and don't nobody want you to come. That's the sad part, man. Yeah, I got a flight for you and your baby to come out and discuss this movie. Oh, where my ticket? No, Jeff, we don't want to see you. Y'all know, and I'm telling you guys, that's what's happening. The baby caused the problem. A baby is gas on the fire. Baby like an amplifier for a stereo, right? That baby came, and now you can't hide the disdain. Jay, jump in and let me know what you think.
I mean, it's based on the situation. Again, we just assuming. But my thing is, here's the deal with when it comes to this. And I see in the notes that people say it's just a boyfriend, not a husband, just a baby daddy. Regardless of the case of what he was, if they still choose to live together, if they choose still to be in the same household, all this other stuff to fix whatever relationship they're trying to fix, then that's on them.
She
You know
about
what I
to move
mean?
though. She about to move, Jay.
So that's good. She should have been left.
She
If that's how she felt, she should have been left instead of just sitting there, just being in the house. My thing is that I'm tired of people always making excuses for other people. Like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this nonsense outside of the house, but I'm gonna come back to you and pretend to play house. No, if it just don't work, then dip. It is what it is. And I'm not gonna sit here and just live with somebody and just play this situation, and then outside of that, I'm gonna play another situation because that's too much to handle. And so it's like it comes to the point where baby daddy, husband, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. If you choose, just like TLC said, it comes to boundaries. If you choose to go ahead and live in the same household and want to be quote unquote husband and wife inside of that same household, no matter what your title is, then it depends on the boundaries of the two individuals. And if you guys discuss that and you feel that, okay, A and B, but once you get to C, it can't happen, we're going to talk about it, then it is what it is. If there was no boundaries, then, that's on them too. But my thing is, you can't just sit here and just play house all the time and then make excuses for your actions outside of the house. Just dip, just leave.
But I gotta jump in here. Then TLC, I want you to come in there, Ron. I want you to come in there before I share this article. I think what we're looking at, guys, is this. What we're looking at, we did not hear about this couple. We did not hear about this couple like this before the baby was born. That's the point I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right? She was out of the public eye. She was out of the public eye. Baby came. Now all of a sudden she's not liking her body. She's not feeling validated by the same person you're talking about, Jay. And what a lot of people don't understand is I saw an article that said when you have a child, she was not feeling validated, he was not feeling validated. So now he's latched on to the baby, which means she can't latch on to the baby. So now she's going back to look for what gave her validation, and that was her being a celebrity. And what happens is the baby is not for you to fight over. The baby is to take you to another level. The baby is so that we're going to get better now. The baby is not so we can stake flags in the house and see who's got more leverage, because I'm going to spend more time with the baby, because when this blow up, I need a judge to like me. This dude knew that if she ever decided to go back, and he knew she wanted to go back, that's why they got pregnant. He knew. I guarantee you, I'm staking this opinion. This is just my opinion. I think he was the one begging to get pregnant. I don't think she wanted to get pregnant. And why do I say that? I'm looking at her with Usher, and I'm looking at him on social media. I can only go by the fruit. This man trying to talk about you're a mother and all that. You knew she was trying to go back to celebrity, and you tried to stop her. You tried to stop, and now, and wait till I show y'all this article. TLC. Wait till I'm gonna go ahead and share it now because we got a few more minutes. I want to jump in because I got to share this. When I saw this, I said, "This dude, duh." Hold on, y'all know I got this fancy dancy. Look at what the title say. Ooh, look at what the title say. Look at what that title say. This is in Glamour magazine, TLC. Glamour magazine. Keke Palmer is getting in shape post baby for a very exciting reason. I said, "Oh my God, this dude is done." TLC, this dude is done. Hold on, y'all got to see it.
Maybe the exciting reason is she's got another.
Look at that picture. Look at that picture.
Oh, I can't see anything. Is it y'all can see it? Oh, okay, there you go.
Look at that picture. TLC. Hey, look, I ain't even a Keke Palmer fan. I ain't even a Keke Palmer fan. This chick done started looking better since he showed his ass. And I'm like, bro, you are done. You are done. Happens. I got to show y'all. I got to read y'all this part of the article that I saw, and then we can. She on The View, #1 show watch during the day. Right? Look at this. What it says on her podcast, Baby. This is Keke Palmer, not Keke Palmer and her married name. The mom of one, not the wife, not the boyfriend, or the girlfriend, admitted that she's working out to get smaller, but that other moms shouldn't feel the need to compare themselves to her. Right? Now look at what she said. It's my job. I don't want people to think that I am also setting unrealistic standards because I can't afford a trainer. I can afford meal prep. I can afford a lot of things and it's expensive, but I'm investing in my career because it's my career to look good. I said, oh my God, TLC, this article got me.
She's right.
She said, it's my career choice to have this kind of career that I want to have. I specifically want to be in action. I specifically want to do certain things that will require me to be fit. TLC. Come on, TLC. Jump in at TLC.
She's right. Hey, if you look in the scenario, Usher was in concert. Usher was at work.
Yeah,
skating, all in shape, skating.
Keke Palmer was in the audience, but she's there to show herself. But she's an actress. She was there to work. The only person who was upset is the person who won't working.
Oh, you preach, TLC. The only person who upset is the person who's not working. If here's the funny thing, guys. If your significant other, spouse, girlfriend, whatever, boyfriend, if they working harder than you better be the best supporter, or you better be working just as hard too. She ain't mentioned this man's name yet. Jay, what you thinking so far when you see this? And then, Rhonda, I want to get your thoughts on it.
What I'm thinking is this. Okay, cool. About time that she wanted to flip the narrative because before she wasn't feeling that way. But now since she got the attention, it's cool. But my thing is that, that's what everyone in her role is supposed to be doing if they're trying to get certain type of roles in order to, develop themselves and, come back after having a baby and, get right. You know what I mean? And I could appreciate that 100%. That's what any person should do that's chasing whatever they want to chase in order to get it. You're right. She ain't mentioning nothing about.
she ain't mentioning baby.
Nothing about.
She ain't mentioning baby. Oh
yeah,
that's his baby. That is his baby. That is not his baby. Go ahead, Rhonda. Jump in there. Rhonda.
She actually mentions him all throughout this article.
Okay.
Oh, he does.
When you're reading this from a woman's perspective, when you're reading this, she's letting you know he can't afford a trainer.
Yes, I can.
Can't afford a meal plan, right? She's letting you know what she wants by saying, yes, this is what this joker probably told me I couldn't have. So I'm letting you know now on national TV what I want.
I'm going back to work.
In between the lines. Yeah. Like, you ain't making no money. Not like how my lifestyle is. So I need to be out here working. Thankful for my baby. Love to have you, but I don't need you.
And guess what? If you want to use this baby to hang over my head, you can have him. I'll go out here and make enough money where this child support that I'm going to have to pay and this stuff I'm going to pay you for the next 18 years. All right, I'm going to just go out and do these films. When I saw this video, and I saw her on The View, but I didn't even put 2 and 2. But this is her throwing out the first pitch. This is her throwing out the first pitch at the baseball game. She took another picture of just her baby and her. He ain't nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? He ain't nowhere to be seen. And this is what I want you guys to see, right? Let's see if this thing will play. Oh shit. No, it won't play. Hold on. It won't play. Do y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
I can see it, but it's not
Yep.
playing.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. I thought it would. See what happens now. She done threw out the first pitch. Look at that. Look at how she look.
Great. She looks great.
Right? So we going back to this one. I hate y'all didn't see her walk out there. She said the Virgo in me was so mad because it wasn't perfect. I said, oh my God, this dude is toast. And then I thought about my boy TLC. I need to get this right here. The TLC got a shot. The star revealed that she's been training to do comedy and action, TLC. I'm going to tag her in here, TLC, because, we got a resident comedian. That's looking to get put out there. She's training to do comedy, TLC, which is often physically demanding. She said since she was 17, I was always putting so much pressure on myself, and I feel like with Nope, I got the great opportunity to do some action stuff, and I definitely had already obtained a pretty fit body. Y'all got to understand what's happening with the guy. It wasn't about her outfit. He was already losing her.
Yeah.
She said, I'm gonna get this man a baby. And I'm gonna leave him with this baby. He did not end. He wanted to give me a baby so that he could stop me. I'm gonna show him that I'm not gonna stop. She thought she was having a baby because it would motivate him. TLC, you said he ain't what? We still don't know what he did. He ain't working. So now she going back to work. All y'all listening to this podcast, man, either you a worker or you supporting a worker at the same level. If that person sees that you are not working at the same level, what honor do they owe you? What respect do they owe you? Okay? And so this is the they didn't even talk about. They were talking about Ozempic for losing weight and diabetes. They didn't even talk about the man. Guys. Literally, they didn't even talk about her baby.
He's not a man.
But I think that comes with like clickbait and how much likes you get. You're not going to get a lot of likes just mentioning him because he's not famous. He's not a celebrity. So I was trying to think of
famous now.
He famous for the wrong reason.
I couldn't tell you who his name is. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a celebrity. Two celebrities were the same scenario where someone put something out there and they're both famous.
Kim and Kanye. Tom Brady and Giselle.
Yep.
Right.
Any of the Kardashians and whoever they.
Look.
But they're both all of those are successful. Tom Brady and Giselle.
Yeah.
And Kim and Kanye, but they ain't together either.
They ain't together no more because guess what? This is what a lot of people don't talk about. Right? At the end of the day, ain't nothing bigger than the brand for Kim. So when Kanye started saying that stuff, all right, and guess what? The number one thing that happened, she ain't want to let him go. How do I know she ain't want to let him go? Because she hit him for child support. Well, she don't need it. I helped make you a billionaire, and you want child support still, right? Why did she do child support? So that Kanye would have to be connected to her. Because without Kanye, now she back to having to do all the work herself. Because Kanye gave her certain credibility. So when you look at Tom Brady and Giselle, they're not together anymore. Why? Situation change. When you start thinking about Cardi B and Offset had accused Cardi B of sleeping with another guy. What did he come back on TV and say on the podcast the other day and say, man, sometimes I be drinking too much tequila. She ain't do nothing like that. Right? So at the end of the day, guys, we better start recognizing Cardi B was just in Vegas working. Offset working. Their only problems come, TLC, like you said. If I ain't working, somebody bored. As my grandma used to say, or the old church folk used to say, idle hands are the devil's workshop. Right? Idle hands are the devil's workshop, TLC.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you made a good point with the whole working thing. But guys, there's some successful couples out there. But one of the things we got to start recognizing is it's hard to be public all the time. Right? It's crazy. I just look at this podcast when I walk in certain places now. And now all of a sudden, if you in a bad mood, you can't be in a bad mood no more because people go, oh, what's wrong? And guess what, guys? The more polished you look on the outside, everybody know it's hell in your house. Everybody know. The more polished you look on the outside, it's hell in your house. We did not know these two were fighting. But now, guys, stay off that social media. Stay off of social media, because if it wasn't for social media, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Jay, let me know what you're thinking, bro.
No, you're right. Social media is the killer of all relationships, to be honest. He should have stayed off of there. I mean, again, I don't know what the man do. Don't really care to know. Regardless of the case, Keke seen something in him. Obviously,
When she was at a low point.
Yeah, so what? But he still have,
But what happens when the point changes? What happens when the point changes, Jay?
Then he has to elevate too.
No, or he can sit back and collect their child support check, right?
That too.
Which is what he gonna do.
Yeah, but that's because of him, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of him. He made that choice. So I mean, again, it just depends on the situation. And to answer the question that's in there, everybody keep on saying the roles will turn. Jeff, you already know I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for myself. I've been in many mansion parties, been around a lot of celebrities, been around a lot of females, been around a lot of pool parties, all the above. When I was single, it was on and popping. You know what I mean? Let's be real. But now it's not. I got to make a valid decision in order to make sure that if God forbid something was to happen and it comes back to me, then I have to deal with the repercussions. So if the roles was turned, no, I'm not dancing up on nobody. I'm not trying to get with none of the celebrities. I done seen all of the female celebrities around. I've been around every single person you could possibly imagine that with the places I've gone and the people that I've been around. So no, I'm not.
But what you got to realize, Jay, though, is here's what we got to look at, because it's a good point to end it on. Here's what we got to look at. What happens when the situation internally changes? And what happens is, guys, that's why I said you got to be team, insert your first name. And if both people are team, insert your first name, because success, guys, is narrowly defined. I mean, at the end of the day, success is narrowly defined. You know when you are feeling successful, and you know when you're struggling. You know when when it's like, all right, something ain't working. We talked about it last week on the podcast. What I see ain't what I saw. All right, I got to get back in the game. And one of the things I tell people is this: every relationship has its peaks and valleys. Keke Palmer's valley became public. Right? That's all that happened. So when you see her out here, she has fallen back on her job. She's fallen back on work. TLC, I appreciate you bringing that up, because that's huge. She's fallen back on her work, and everybody's reminded of why we fell in love with her in the first place as a character.
Yeah.
She's now being validated, the validation she wasn't getting from him. And here's the funny thing. All this dude got to do is one thing. Hey, guys, I apologize. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have gone on social media. That's all he got to do. And everywhere she is, they will bring him with her. But once you start seeing the baby out with her and it's not him, there's a problem still in that house. He doubling down on what he doing, which is a problem. So I'll be honest with you guys. At the end of the day, if you working and you got a purpose, these are distractions that shouldn't even pop up. If you working and got a purpose, right? At the end of the day, I don't have time to get involved with something like this, but I'm also not sitting around with a baby all day and the plan and backfired. That's what I'm learning. See, babies start with the man.
Yeah.
Babies start with the man. Okay. So he won't. Well, no, the woman carries it, but it starts with the man.
Y'all have a lot of seeds to produce.
So what I'm saying to you, Rhonda, is that this guy sitting around with a baby thinking that was his golden ticket. And now he's realizing it's a curse, because at the end of the day, nobody's taking his side, and we live in a society. Men are not the protected species anymore. This girl is on The View, and you ain't with her, and you ain't even backstage. This woman is available. This woman is letting the world know that I'm back, and I'm gonna do movies, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. And I just think we got to learn from this that I should be seeing this man working too. First thing I'm doing, I'm putting that baby in daycare, and I'm going out to be team whatever his name is too. Because she being team Keke, I'm going to put this baby in daycare, and I'm going to go work on me. I'm not going to sit here and try to punish her and threaten with child support and all that kind of stuff so I can sit at home. Because eventually that baby going to figure out, like, you use me as a tool against my mama. This is why I hate to say it. This is another podcast for another day. This is why kids end up gravitating toward their father later on in life. Because once they get old enough to hear the stories, they realize why their daddy wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Rhonda, give me your closing thought. Then we go on to TLC. Then we go on to Jay, and we're going to get out of here.
Oh wow. Oh okay. I just want to say that guy used probably one of the worst uh sentences to mommy shame her, to body shame her. You're a mom. That's what most guys would say when they feel like their woman is out of place, or doing something like that. So I just want to put that out there. He didn't have to do that. He chose to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing you can learn from Keke Palmer is to be the best Keke Palmer you could be. That's what I got from her. Continue on, do what I'm gonna do, even though he's over here tripping. When he know what he had, he just didn't know what to do with it. So let me make sure I'm good, so that I could get opportunity, since it's very clear he wants to stay where he is. And but more importantly, he wants me stuck. And she's like, no, I'm
Yes.
go on.
Hey, Brett,
Back
look,
to
that
baby.
there's a lot of
Mhm.
people who want you stuck. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people who want you to revert back because they don't plan on going up. They
yeah.
don't plan on going forward. I like what you said there, Ronnie. TLC, give me your final thought.
You don't ever want to be the crazy person showing up at your significant other's job, acting a fool. Like they say in the book, The Art of War, you got to understand the terrain first. Have some sense, know what it is you're getting into first, and work from there. But you ain't gonna win going to your girl's job. She's trying to get her career jumping, and you in there trying to tear it down. That's gonna be a losing battle.
Yep.
All right. Nope. Hey, I like what you said. I like what you said. Jay, jump in there. Give us your final thought.
My final thought is again is just be careful on what you choose to post on social media. You know what I mean? Because then everybody's in your business. Nothing that's inside your house should be posted on social media. You just keep that inside the house and see if you can resolve the issues. If you can't resolve the issues, then it's time for you to go. It's that simple. And I mean, just like we're talking about this guy that did this, I mean, again, there's plenty of guys there's plenty of guys who've been in Keke Palmer's shoes that choose to do the same thing that Keke did, and women is tripping. So, I mean, it goes both ways. So, as long as you just keep it off of social media and try to work within your relationship behind closed doors, then everything will be okay.
Man, guys, I appreciate that. Y'all know my closing thought. You know my closing thought. Stay single. What did I learn? Stay single and don't have no babies if you ain't sure that you have plateaued. Stay single and don't have no babies until you have gotten to that level you want to be. The journey is hard alone. The journey is even harder when you bring a baby and somebody else into the situation. And what I see is Keke Palmer, man, right now, that frustration, that anger, that disappointment, that betrayal, whatever she feels is fueling her. That's what's fueling her right now. That's when she look in that mirror, she's using him as fuel. If he was smart, you want to have her come back home? Stop fighting her. She'll come back because you are the fuel right now. See, we've never been taught how to be in relationships. We learning this thing on the fly. But I can see the fuel. The fuel is she's mad, he's mad. Here's the difference, and I like what TLC said. Her fuel is making her work. His fuel is making him sit at home, hoping somebody gonna see his side. And man, y'all know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff. You can find me on Instagram at the Real Cigar Jeff. You can find me on Facebook at Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. If you ain't hit that button already, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notification. Look below in the description. Get the merch, man. Support the channel. And y'all know, man, whenever I had this podcast, I gotta thank my panelists, man, as always. Man, Big J, even though you came in late, we appreciate you coming in. Let them know where they can find you on the socials.
This is Big J the Barber, Instagram, YouTube.
Oh, where Jay? You got to spell it out, Jay. Everybody waiting.
Oh,
Maybe that
Big
might
J
be.
the Big J the Barber, BIGJYTHEBARBER. You got used to it,
Yes, look, you got to spell it
huh?
out, Jay. You got to keep saying the same thing over and over. That's how people remember it. TLC, let them know where they can find you on the socials.
I'm on Instagram, TL Clayton number one, and on Patreon, the joke I didn't tell.
And TLC just DM Keke Palmer when he saw she wanted to do comedy. So TLC done already hit her up in the DM. Girl, I'm sitting on my back porch thinking about you. Appreciate you being on TLC. Rhonda, let them know where they can find you on the socials.
On IG at RMBLMBT.
Man, and y'all know what it is. And until next time, we gon' holler. If it come up. If it come up.
We played the video.
Well, we made it to the end.
Well, we made it to the end. My audio acting up, guys. It's all good. It's your boy JB.
Oh Lord.
My audio acting up, but it's all good, man. But until next time, we gonna holler.